Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And today I am here to talk to you about the new fragrance from Jean-Paul Gaultier, and this is Jean-Paul Gaultier to the power of 2. So technically it's not a new fragrance. It was launched roughly a year ago. It's a relaunch. This fragrance was originally launched in 2005, and the perfumer behind it was Francis Kurkdjian. I have no idea if this is the same perfumer this time around, because he is now an in-house perfumer for Dior. I know maybe he cannot be listed as a official perfumer of another brand. I have no idea. So I am lucky to have actually owned the original fragrance, and the original fragrance was some kind of a breakthrough, an innovation, because it was a fragrance for all genders. And even though we already had for like 11 years back then the Calvin Klein one, and it's an ultimate unisex fragrance. This fragrance, the Gaultier 2, was launched in a way that when you would buy a packaging, you would open it up, and there were like two fragrances stick to each other with the magnet. So you would just separate them, keep one fragrance for yourself, give one fragrance to your partner, and that's how you would use the same fragrance. Anyway, that was kind of innovative back then, and I loved this fragrance. It was so good, it was so potent, it was so loud. It was ambery fragrance all the way, and it was headache inducing as well. I'm an oversprayer. I have always been an oversprayer, and several times I was actually a victim of my own overspraying technique, because it was sweet and cloying and very potent. So when this fragrance launched, it was the kind of a poll on this Jean-Paul Gaultier website, and they asked if there was a fragrance that people would see relaunched, and people actually voted for Gaultier of the power of 2. So it's this one that I have here, and also Madame. Madame was a fragrance that I never liked. It was very rosy. It has roses. I have not smelled the new one, the relaunched one, but I remember I was just steering clear from the original one because it was such a big, bold, and annoying rose. So anyway, I'm not comparing this fragrance to the original one just because I don't have the original one anymore. I just can't compare to the sensations that the original one was giving me every time I wore it. But I don't know if it's relevant if you want to hear my sensations. Anyway, the new fragrance has 3 notes, actually 4 notes, and they are listed on the official website. It has amber, musk, and vanilla, and also petals of jasmine. So I have this fragrance on my hand. I can actually spray. Right away, I can say that this is a much less intense fragrance than the original one. The original one, 2-3 sprays, and they would take you through the day. This one is much more to the skin. I'm not saying that it's a skin scent, but it's much more of a skin scent in comparison to the one that we had before, that's for sure. So I can still smell these notes, familiar notes, but the older fragrance, the notes were amplified. This one is much calmer, and I'm still an oversprayer, and 5, 6, 7 sprays of this one no problem at all. 5-6 sprays of that one would probably get me to the hospital. I know, but anyway, this is less intense, that's for sure, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, actually. So I can definitely smell some white flowers. And also, if you remember, a fragrance that was launched by Karl Lagerfeld as a part of his collaboration with H&M. Yes, Karl Lagerfeld collaborated with H&M long time ago, and they launched a fragrance that was called Liquid Coral. I actually have this fragrance, and it reminds me a little bit of that fragrance. And also it reminds me of the original Gaultier 2 fragrance as well, obviously. So this one, it has these white flowers, it has amber, but it's less intense, it's more variable. In my opinion, this is a fragrance that is very everyday appropriate, and even if you overspray, you're good to go. I can tell you that this fragrance is much less sweet than the original, which is, in my opinion, is better. It makes it more wearable, and it makes it more unisex, actually. So the only thing that I'm noticing here is that with the original fragrance, I had always this kind of feeling of warmness, of this kind of warm blanket that was like wrapping me up. And with this one, I don't really have this feeling, right away, because the amber here is kind of more everyday amber, more like approachable amber. It's not as warm. It doesn't create this warm feeling that some people can be translated as a suffocating feeling. So actually, yeah, and I actually like this fragrance. I Does it remind me of the original one? Yes, it does. Is it similar? It is similar, but it's also different, because as I've told you, I don't really recall white flowers in the original one. And I do remember that it was much more potent. So they are similar, yes, but they are also different. So if you loved the original one, probably you will like this one, because it's better, in my opinion. It's better for everyday, for now, for everyday, for a more dynamic lifestyle. So yeah, this is definitely a fragrance that I would recommend testing, but do please test. Do please test, because even though I'm saying that it's different, Amber Accord is less potent, it is still present. It is still here, and it is still, you can still feel it. And this is kind of an amber that can be a little bit too much for some people. So yeah, test this fragrance, absolutely. But the more I wear it, the more I understand that I actually love this fragrance, and it's kind of addictive. It has this kind of sweetness and this ambery touch, and it's very nice. It's very beautiful, and I do think it's variable in spring and summer, and also in colder months, and but especially in warmer months, because the fragrance that we had before, the 2005 version, it was kind of a challenge to wear it in summer, because it was such a potent, such an overwhelming fragrance. But this one is way less difficult. It's good. It's as I'm telling you, like for fifth time probably, it's much more wearable. So yeah, I definitely like it. I'm gonna think about getting myself a full bottle of this one, because it's nice. It is definitely nice. So this is the 20 no, not the 25, the 15 ml bottle. They also have 100 ml bottle, which is this relaunched, official relaunched version, and they also have the dry oil to complement the whole line. For now, they don't have any other items in them. in the line. So yeah, I am really really happy with this relaunch, and I'm really hoping that other brands will follow the suit, and other brands will decide to relaunch their once hit fragrances. I actually brought here my 3 fragrances that I would really love to be relaunched, and these are the fragrances that I would rush and get myself a bottle of the new fragrance. So just really really quickly, so this one is a beautiful fragrance by Cacharel, and this is Gloria. This is what started my love towards cherry and sour cherry fragrances. This is the ultimate cherry fragrance, and it also has almond, and it's just such an intoxicating beautiful fragrance. I love it to bits. I love this fragrance to bits, people. Second fragrance is much more recent. Well, it was a limited edition actually. It wasn't even supposed to be in the line, like it was a limited edition for summer. But trust me, this is not my first bottle, and this is such an amazing one. So this is Guerlain, and this is L'Instant, and this is L'Instant d'un Ete. So this is the summer L'Instant fragrance, and this is L'Instant plus Ylang Ylang. It's sweet, intoxicating, beautiful fragrance. I love this one. This is fantastic. This what actually triggered my love towards Ylang Ylang, because Ylang Ylang sometimes can be very sweet, cloying fragrance, but in this one it's just such a beautiful one. And obviously I'm not gonna be you know, a very original person saying that I would really like to be relaunched for this one. What did I just say? Anyway, I would really love to see the relaunch of this one, which is Midnight Poison by Dior, obviously. And this is the fragrance that I actually have another bottle. So I think that this is a fragrance that is very nice, because they actually approached me, this fragrance, it approached me to patchouli. It has a phenomenal patchouli, because before that I have tried patchouli, but the majority of fragrances where I tried my patchouli from was from niche fragrances, and niche patchouli is a totally other story. It can be very 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 potent, and this one is a very approachable patchouli, beautiful patchouli. And so yeah, here we go with this one approached me to cherry, this one to patchouli, and this one to ylang ylang. So these are the 3 fragrances that I would run out of my house, and I would get in another bottle if they would be available in the relaunch campaign. So yeah, beautiful fragrance overall. I like this one. If you're a fan of Jean-Paul Gaultier, or if you like unisex fragrances, I strongly recommend you trying it. Don't buy it blind buy, or maybe buy this one and see it for yourself. In my opinion, it's a very good launch or relaunch, and yeah, we'll be looking forward for other relaunches from this brand. Especially I would really love to see Fragile, the fragrance that I had, beautiful, and also Fleur du Mal, which is, it was made like this one, like Le Mal, but it was white, total white, and it was creamy white flower goodness. Such a beautiful fragrance. I had it, and I don't have it anymore. I had the smaller bottle, which was 40 ml bottle, and it was fantastic. Yeah, I hope that you like this video. I wish you a beautiful day, a beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you on Sunday. And yeah, goodbye.